So I just watched the announcement here with DaVinci Resolve 20. There's so much good stuff in here. I just want to touch on a couple of the things that are getting added in here. A lot of stuff that you guys had asked for, like music remixing, right? AI is going to remix the music for you when you stretch it out, kind of like some of you guys wanted from Premiere. So we have a whole bunch of new AI tools here. And when it comes to audio stuff, I think I'm gonna be out of a job, let's be honest here, because AI is gonna do a lot of the work for me here. So that auto remix feature, here's what it looks like from the demonstration. I think it's gonna be a game changer for anybody who doesn't want to take the time to cut up your music track. Here's what it looks like and what it does.
When adding music to a timeline, it can sometimes be difficult to cut the length of a music track to the duration of a scene. The AI music editor will extend or shorten a music track to a specific length based on the intuitive loops and edit points commonly found in music. First, select the clip and go to the Inspector's Audio tab. Under AI Music Editor, enter your target track length and click Adjust. Or select Live Trim and drag the audio clip to the desired location. The music editor will intelligently find natural edit points in the track based on the music composition and change its duration without using time compression, expansion, or altering the pitch. The result will immediately be visible on the timeline with indicators showing where the track has been edited. Use the version buttons to check out alternative solutions to the audio edit. You can even decompose your edit and use the sections of music separately if you wish.
What's really cool about that music remix feature there is that it gives you different options. You can just drag the clip out, bring it back, and then it's got 4 different options, it looks like there, on how it's going to do those changes for you. So that's going to save you a ton of time when you need to, retime your music track to fit with your video. That is a game changer. You guys have been asking for that for a long time. And like I've been saying for a long time, just give Blackmagic Design some time and they're going to have all the features that you want. So that one is awesome and one that you guys have been asking for. The next great audio one here is showing the beats, right? It's just as easy as going to the menu there with a right click and choose Show Music Beats. Here's what that looks like.
When editing to the beat, you can now right-click and select Show Music Beats to analyze audio clips containing beat-driven music and automatically place markers to indicate beats. Use these as visual indicators for cut points, or drag the snap clips to the beat markers at the nearest frame.
Now this next one here is putting me out of a job, right? Let's be honest, but hey, I love it, and it's gonna make life easier for you guys. And it is an AI tool that allows you to take all of your tracks in your timeline and it's gonna create a mix for you, right? It's gonna put your dialogue up front, it's gonna adjust your music, your sound effects, and it's gonna create the mix for you. This thing is ridiculous, I can't wait to give it a try. Here's what that looks like.
The AI audio assistant will analyze the audio tracks in your timeline to create a pro-level audio mix. When working on a timeline with audio elements that are not mixed or balanced,
a lot of our bread and butter over the years has been these National Geographic expeditions.
Go to the timeline menu and navigate to AI Tools Audio Assistant. A dialog will prompt you for a delivery standard and then take you through the mixing process as the audio assistant organizes your tracks, evens out dialogue levels, adjusts sound effects and music to the dialogue track, and automatically creates a mastered final mix.
A lot of our bread and butter over the years has been these National Geographic expeditions, and this time...
This is the perfect tool for editors who wish to simplify their audio workflow and feel more confident in their final mix.
So not only does it organize your tracks, separate them out, balance them, master the whole thing for you, it really does pretty much everything for you, right? So you could just hit that button, boom, it'll mix your video and you should be good to go. So I'm really curious to get in there, try it out, see how that works. And I'm sure there's always going to be, creative decisions that you might want to change some things. But if you don't want to know about audio, you don't want to mess with it, you can just hit that button and the AI is going to take care of it. And you should end up with a good mix based on what I'm seeing here. I mean, what a very cool tool. Now, the next thing here that was really cool that they mentioned is a voice training tool where it can create or change voices for your dialogue or whatever you might have in your video. It's pretty cool. Here's how that works. Check it out.
Use the revolutionary AI Voice Convert tool to apply a pre-generated voice model to an existing voice recording, retaining its inflections, pitch variation, and emotion. Right-click a dialogue clip and choose Voice Convert to get started. DaVinci Resolve comes with 4 pre-built voice models, but you can always generate your own using sample recordings. For privacy and security, this voice generation and conversion is performed entirely on your local device, ensuring no unauthorized uploading and web access, even in cloud-based workflows.
This afternoon, we've rigged up the Pixis on the gimbal.
After rendering, the track will play with a selected model voice.
This afternoon, we've rigged up the Pixis on the gimbal.
Yeah, it's great. This is the most beautiful place I've ever been.
Yeah, it's great. This is the most beautiful place I've ever been.
From sailing the chundering massive waves of the Drake Passage.
From sailing the chundering massive waves of the Drake Passage.
This tool can be used to improve your own voice if recorded in a noisy environment, or for creating perfect ADR using the original actor's own voice, among many other applications.
Pretty sick. So if you wanted to use some, more different kind of voice, an AI voice or slightly different, or I think you can even take like your own voice, train it, and then create new parts, maybe? Did I understand that right? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to have to get in there and try it out once I download DaVinci Resolve 20 here, but really cool. I mean, sometimes you need those tools, and now it's just built right into Resolve instead of having to go into like a third-party software or something to do it. So really cool. The next awesome audio tool here is an AI dialogue matcher. So when you film in different locations, different scenes, you've got different ambient types of noises for your audio, right? Sometimes you've got a little more, echo type reverb sound to it. Sometimes it's, quieter and a tighter sound. Well, with this AI tool, it's going to match your different types of clips automatically for you. So you don't have to try and balance them and make them sound like they all go together. The AI is going to do it for you. It looks really cool. I'm curious to try this out. And here's what that sounds like.
AI Dialogue Matcher matches one piece of dialogue to another, matching tone, level, and room ambience. First, select the primary reference clip.
Look at this bad boy.
More of an ambient sound.
This is a master.
Our target clip is way drier and more intimate.
Getting feedback from trusted partners.
In the clip menu, choose AI Tools, Dialogue Matcher, Capture Dialogue Profile. Click the target clips you wish to match and choose Apply Dialogue Profile.
Getting feedback from trusted partners.
This is a master cloud story.
Use this tool to match dialogue recorded in different environments, on different devices, or on shoots spanning several days.
Another welcome update here is a keyframe tab right in the edit page for us. I know people have been kind of like a little confused and wish you could work with keyframes a little bit better, so I think this is going to help you be able to just use those keyframes easier, see what's going on a little bit better, and I think that panel's a nice welcome addition to DaVinci Resolve 20 here. Now, just a quick note, there's a lot of updates in the cut page that look really cool. I'm still not going to use the cut page. You might as well just use the edit page from my perspective for what I do and most of the editing that I need to do here in DaVinci Resolve. So I'm going to be using the edit page, but the cut page does have a lot of good updates. If you use the cut page, you're going to see a keyframes tab over there, I believe they said, and just a lot of other, really great features. So you definitely want to check out what's coming out in the cut page if you use it. I don't use it too much, but here's what it looks like for the new keyframes tab here in the edit page.
The edit and cut pages now feature a dedicated keyframes palette for easier navigation and editing of keyframed parameters. Switch between the keyframe curves and parameters mode to control keyframe placement, animation speed, and easing style. Additionally, you can expose the keyframe tray at the bottom of the edit page to view all the keyframes of the currently selected clip on the timeline.
Another nice change is that the interface will automatically kind of adjust when you're doing vertical video. It'll just make it a little bit easier for you to work and a little bit cleaner and give your video the most space that you can have there. So that's a nice update too, and here's what that looks like.
When working with vertical timelines, the layouts of the cut, edit, and color pages will automatically be optimized for working with a vertical screen. This ensures there is no wasted space in the viewer panel and reduces the need for zooming when working vertically. And if you use an ultra-wide monitor, dual screen operation is now supported to give you faster access to more controls.
Some big updates to text here in DaVinci Resolve 20. So you have a multi-text tool or clip here that you can drop in that allows you to do different kinds of text. And the Text Plus was updated too, and you can do different things with that now, like do arcs and all kinds of cool stuff. It'll wrap automatically, things like that. So that looks like it's going to come in really handy because it's just going to save you time so you don't have to do, some of the things that you might want. You don't have to do it like manually. It can just do it for you here. So here's what some of those new text features look like.
The new multi-text tool allows you to add and individually format several text layers within a single interface. Create a new text layer by pressing one of the layout icons: point, text box, or circle. Point behaves like a regular text asset with no boundaries. Text box allows you to warp or clip large sections of text to the confines of a text box. And circle will write the text in a circular fashion. Use the tabs at the top to navigate the many formatting parameters, and design and animate your text exactly as you wish. Finally, you can use the text list to rearrange, lock, or remove text layers as needed. The Text Plus tool has also been updated to include the layouts point, text box, circle, or path styles, meaning you can control the layout of your text graphics with greater flexibility than ever before.
One of those big updates in the Cut tab, which I know I'm probably not going to be using, is an expanded audio mixer, right? We've got a lot more tools for our audio there in the Cut tab. We've got our faders. I'm looking at it right now. You can, looks like you could probably jump into your EQ dynamics and effects. We do have a pan button there, so it's essentially starting to look like the mixer that's right in the edit page, in which case, why don't you just go to the edit page? But there are some good updates there to the audio controls that you have right in the Cut page. If you work in the Cut page only and you want those audio controls, now you're going to have more ability to be able to change some of those things right in the Cut page instead of having to jump somewhere else. Now, this next tool is when it comes to multicam, and this is something too that I think people have wanted for a while. You may have seen it in other programs that I will not mention, but this is the ability for Resolve to use AI to cut up your scenes by whoever might be talking. Now, where might this come in handy? Podcast, prime example. You've got several cameras. You film a multi-clip, or you film multiple angles, I should say, and then put it into a multi-clip in Resolve. Well, Resolve can then take that multicam clip and split it out based on who's speaking in the video. So that is something I know that a lot of you guys have wanted out there. A great AI tool that's just going to speed up your workflow. You don't have to go through and do it all manually. Resolve is going to be able to use AI to do that for you. And, you can just go back and change things and make adjustments if you need to. But your base edit there of the camera angles changing based on who's speaking, huge, improvement there using the AI for multicam clips if you're doing something like, a podcast or something like that. So that's a big one you guys have been asking for. And here's kind of what that looks like in DaVinci Resolve 20.
In the edit page, AI Multicam Smart Switch can automatically switch multicam angles based on the active speaker in a scene. After you have created your multicam clip, which now supports the selection of a single reference audio track, place it on the timeline and enable multicam mode in the source viewer. Click the AI Multicam Smart Switch button and configure your edit preferences. There are two modes. One for when you have a mic on each person, and the second, unique to DaVinci Resolve, for when you have only a mixed audio source that is common for all speakers. This tool not only analyzes audio for individual speakers, but can also utilize the video for lip movement to switch angles based on who is currently talking.
Another audio tool here, lots of great audio improvements, and that is recording voiceovers. So if you need to record a voiceover, you now have the option to do it right in the Cut tab or in the Edit tab. You don't have to jump into Fairlight and go through and patch things. It looks like they made it a whole lot easier for you if you want to do it right here in the Edit tab. So here is what the new voiceover looks like. It looks pretty easy to use, and if you need to use it, I think it'll be a great tool.
The Edit page also has a new voiceover feature. Click Record Voiceover in the toolbar and indicate the file name, audio input, and destination track in the dialog. You can also use the Options menu to specify additional parameters, like input monitoring and adding a countdown in the viewer. When ready, click the microphone icon to start recording.
Now, Fusion has a ton of great updates. I'm not going to play them here, but you can check out that if you're interested in Fusion. A lot of stuff just went over my head, I got to be honest. I mean, Fusion's deep. I know a little bit of Fusion, but not much. So a lot of cool updates there that looked really awesome in their announcement. So you want to check those out. Also, a lot of updates in the Color tab. So if you want to jump in there and check those out, you can check those out. I'm not going to cover them in detail here, but check out Blackmagic Design's video where they're just explaining the features. It looks like a lot of things got updated. Magic Mask is one of those things that got a big update. It looks like instead of having to draw your shape or, the line, you just click on it. It automatically finds it using AI and finds whatever it is you want to mask. It looks like it does a really good job. Things look like they've gotten sped up a little bit, so it works a little bit quicker there, but a lot of great stuff there in the Color tab in DaVinci Resolve 20 here. Jumping into Fairlight, my favorite section here. We've got a lot of improvements and updates here, some AI, some not. One of the big ones is when it comes to automation, and you're going to have some improvements there on how we can work with the automation. So I'm curious to jump in there, try that out. But here's a little of what that looks like from the Blackmagic Design presentation.
The Fairlight page has many great new additions and feature upgrades. Automation improvements now allow either global behavior or per-channel automation mode switching, giving you greater flexibility and speed during a mix. You can now set some channels to be in snap or latch mode and others in trim or the new trim read mode, all in the same pass. Trim read lets you trim levels up or down without writing automation in order to try different levels before committing your changes. Right-click the track automation button on a channel to choose a different mode, or use the default global option to follow the designated settings in the automation toolbar.
Another new AI tool here when it comes to our audio is Intelli-Cut is what they're calling it. And basically it's removing the silences from your audio. Now you may have one long audio track like they showed in their example here, and it's gonna take out those parts where there's no speaking, right? It's gonna remove the silences because sometimes those silences aren't exactly quiet. You get a little background noise, maybe you got a heater going in the background like I do now, and it's gonna take out those silences so that way you don't have to worry about it. Now one thing, I don't know if this is how it works or not, I'm gonna have to try it out, but if it would remove the silences and take out the video portion with it. Let's say I've got a long clip, right, where I filmed the video and I want to remove the silences in the audio and video, right, because I don't need those parts. Does it automatically remove those? I don't know. I use another program called Recut for that right now, but if I could do that right in DaVinci Resolve, that would be awesome. And it seems like you've already got it to remove the audio. Can I just make a cut on the video and audio clips and remove that whole piece, the video and audio together, and close that gap? I don't know. I'm gonna have to get in there and try it out, but here's how that new tool works.
The new AI Intelli-Cut provides powerful clip-based audio processing to handle tedious audio tasks in seconds. The Remove Silence feature analyzes your audio clips for low-level or silent areas and automatically removes these sections for a cleaner audio track. Define a range in the timeline, right-click an audio clip, and choose Remove Silence to instantly see the detected silent sections in the clip. In the dialog window, adjust the decibel threshold and other handles as needed. Use the checkbox at the bottom to add automatic fades to each edit.
In the filmmaking process, the more fun you can make it, the better your story will be.
Another great tool here is called Checkerboard to new tracks. At least that's how they described it. And what it does is it takes your different speakers that might be in one track and it separates them out into their own individual tracks based on the speaker in the video. Now this is important because you want to be able to edit each person's audio a little bit differently, and I've always talked about separating things out by different microphones, different locations, different people. You want to make sure that you separate that out so that way you get a good edit and you can work with each individual actor, location, microphone, whatever it is, individually. So this is going to do that for you, separate everybody out into individual tracks, makes it really easy to just get that work done, save you the busy work of having to do that so you can get on to editing their audio and making it sound the best you can. And here's what that tool looks like.
Checkerboard to new tracks splits a dialog source clip to separate tracks for each speaker, allowing individual mix and processing control. It's an essential step for post-dialogue editing and mixing. Just right-click on a selection of clips, choose AI Tools, then Checkerboard to new tracks. The clips are analyzed and then split into individual tracks ready for mixing.
Another audio AI tool here is the ability to create automatic ADR cues. So if you need to re-record voiceovers in your videos and you use the ADR tools there, which tells you like when to come in, you can put words on the screen so you can read what you have to say and time it correctly and all that kind of stuff. DaVinci Resolve can use the AI to do that. So if you need the ADR tools, you do a lot of voiceovers and that kind of stuff, this is a tool that's probably going to come in pretty handy for you, and here's how it works.
If your scene needs dialogue replacement, Intelli-Cut can create an ADR list from the dialogue. Select your clips in the timeline, right-click on AI Tools, then choose Create ADR Cues. You can opt to run speaker identification when working with an audio clip that features multiple speakers. Then open the ADR panel to see your new cue list and update the character names in the ADR setup panel.
Another audio tool here is EQ Matcher and Level Matcher. So basically it's going to take your clips and match up their EQs so that they sound the same, not so you're just copying and pasting an EQ, but it's matching up the sound and the way they sound with each other. So that's pretty cool when it comes to EQ matching. That can save you a lot of work when you have, you filmed in one scene and you made your edit, you like it, and then you have a different scene, but it doesn't quite sound the same and you're not sure what EQ settings to make it match up. Well, this tool will do that automatically for you and match up the sounds of those particular clips. And it can even match that EQ dynamically where it'll automate the change across your clip. So that's pretty cool. The fact that it's just doing that all for you, that's a huge game changer. Then all you got to do is check it, right? And make sure it sounds good. You always got to check it and make sure. But here's how that works and what it looks like.
Fairlight now includes 2 new clip processing options, EQ Matcher and Level Matcher, both found in the main clip menu or the timeline's Clip Operations context menu. These clip operations let you adjust a target clip's audio to match a reference clip's level or tonal spectrum. Create an EQ or level profile from a clip and apply it to another clip as a real-time process. You can even EQ match dynamically so it is automated across your clip to maintain a tonal match. And the results of the level matcher help you seamlessly intercut clip sections.
Another great tool is the ability to create custom effects chains. So a lot of times when it comes to using your audio effects there, you want to make a chain of, various plugins. Now we've always been able to add in, I think it's 6 plugins in a row, but now it looks like they have a effect where you can build the chain and then you can probably save that as a preset, that chain, and then I'm sure that chain goes into your mixer as like one effect, right? So that way you've got more room for additional effects if you need to. So really cool feature. I like that. Now there's a bunch of third-party, plugins that I use that do the same thing, that have those kind of features where it creates the chain for you or allows you to build a chain, and then you can save that chain so you could just, use it whenever. And it ends up taking up like one slot in your, effects list of stuff that you can do. So here's what that looks like. Really cool tool. Excited to use that.
So now it was time.
You can now
to
create
travel
custom
for weeks
effects
on
chains
end,
with your
random
favorite plugins and operations with the new Chain Effects plugin. Add up to 6 effects in a chain, customize settings, and save the preset. You can even combine chain effects plugins for longer chains in the chain effect slots.
Another one that I think is a welcome change is the EQ in the inspector. So if you want to adjust some of your clips, EQ using the inspector, now that inspector EQ has 6 bands instead of 4. It used to only have 4. And I was, 4 is okay, but 6 is better, right? So if you want to just use that EQ that's in the inspector there, now it's a 6-band EQ just like it is in the Fairlight page. So that's a welcome improvement, and here's what that looks like.
Over in the inspector, you'll find the improved Clip EQ with 6 bands on the Cut, Edit, and Fairlight pages. This allows for more tonal control at the clip level and matches the track EQ in the mixer. So now you can easily copy and paste settings between the clip, track, and EQ plugin for more consistent, flexible, and precise control.
A couple more cool things here in DaVinci Resolve 20. There's a ton of more stuff, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff they didn't even mention. But one of the cool things here is the AI set extender. So if you need to make your frame a little bit bigger, you want to add something into it, there's AI that's going to do that for you. And here's what that looks like. Really cool. Check it out.
The AI set extender generates new visual content in a scene based on a simple text prompt. This generative process will automatically fill in missing regions of a frame, creating a finished environment in shots with blanking, cropping, and limited angles. You can also indicate a custom region to create a new background behind a selected foreground object. The AI set extender will be a Blackmagic cloud service with details to be made available later this year.
And one final thing that got added here in DaVinci Resolve 20 that I just want to highlight and mention is the ability to have cache files automatically delete after a certain amount of time. I've made videos about this, and I've cleared out, 90 gigs of cache files that just build up over time. And some of you guys have had hundreds of gigs of cache files build up over time, and then you had to delete that. And if you don't realize you have to delete that stuff, it just will clog up your hard drive in no time. So there's a new option here where you can turn it on and the cache files will automatically get deleted after whatever you set it for. Here's what that looks like.
In the preferences, the new cache management section allows you to automate the handling of old cached files and to configure audio and source clips as multi-mono upon import.
So there you go, a bunch of these awesome updates here in DaVinci Resolve 20. I'm super excited to get in there, play with these things, make some videos for you guys, and just see what it's all about, right? Even though it's in beta now, so if you're in the middle of a project, you probably want to wait. Make sure you back up your database, all those normal things that I always tell you. Make sure you're ready to upgrade when you decide to. Now, I don't know when the official release is going to be out. All I did was see the stream like you guys. I get no insider information. But Blackmagic, if you want to give me some insider info, that'd be great, but not necessary. So I don't know any more than you guys know. But I can tell you I will be backing up my database, downloading DaVinci Resolve 20, and just jumping right in there and trying it out, because that's part of my job, right? I got to try these things out and share them with you guys so you know what to expect once the version goes live, and then you want to download it and use it too. So without fail, Blackmagic Design has done an awesome job here. It sounds like Resolve 20 is going to be really just an awesome program. I mean, when have they not put out an awesome update, right? I feel like we just got 19, right? I feel like I'm not even all the way done learning Resolve 19 yet. We're already coming up on version 20. Whew. Sheesh, these guys move fast, you know? I'm gonna go download DaVinci Resolve 20 here, check it out. But this was a little preview. The clips I did use were from the Blackmagic Design Live, so I hope that's okay, Blackmagic. If not, let me know. All right, with that said, I'm out of here. Go and play with DaVinci Resolve 20 if I can find it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.